Okay, so yesterday, as always, I was very bored. So to fix that, I decided to go play some levels and farm some stars for my GD account. And after beating some very hard levels, I came across this 2 stars featured level. This level isn't even featured, dumbass. When I saw that, I was simply flabbergasted. Why in the world does this level even exist? It is so easy that even my 2-year-old cousin could beat this with his hands tied, and I had to do something about it. I couldn't just leave this easy level there like that, so I decided to turn this into an ultra, super, mega, grandpa, extreme demon. Not only I ultra buffed it, but also I made a very interesting decoration in it. You will understand what I mean by that at the end of the video. Right at the beginning, I wanted to go crazy in this level. I wanted to ultra buff it so much that it would get unrecognizable. So I started spamming things. First, I spammed a lot of these spikes, as you can see, and afterwards, I simply removed the yellow orb that was above them, and I switched it for a saw blade. Yes, I was really not chill when I was making it. The next thing I made was a pillar, spamming a lot of these squares into it, and yes, at this point, this object is my favorite in this game. After making the pillar, I copy and pasted it a lot, and also I made some spikes on them. And oh my gosh, this is looking ridiculous already. For the next block design, I just spammed again, but this time I spammed these half blocks, and this is kinda cursed to be honest, but we don't talk about that. Also, we don't talk about the object count of this level. And after making this spammed spike, I just started copying and pasting everything I had made so far around the level. And after it, Okay, the game just crashed and I lost all my progress. Good thing I didn't have much done until that moment, so it's fine. Kinda. Anyways, here I am in a new copy, and I started off by remaking everything I lost, including the saw and the crazy jump. After it, I made some block designs again, and even though they are slightly different than the previous ones, I tried my best to keep them as spammy as I could. Now that I have finished making all the designs, I just copy and paste them all around the level, while trying to make every single jump from it extremely hard and terrible to play. Just look at this, bro. When I look at these hard levels, I just feel thankful that I'm a creator and not a player. Now I make some ground spikes to fill in the very little empty spaces that this part has. And also, I make some generic VIT12 air decoration, in which consists of making blocks, walls, arrows, and copy plus paste. After adding some diamond shaped details and as well as a tea tree glow above it all, I had to make a background. And for that, I simply had the most crazy and cursed idea ever. I wanted to make something different, something actually unique. Something that would make this level stand out from the others. So what I decided to make was an extreme demon face. Yes, I would make 3 extreme demons faces on the background of this level. One for the first section, another one for the second section, and an insane one for the third section. Well, the first extreme demon face was just the regular one that we all know. First, I make a big red circle for his head, and then I make these sexy glowy eyes. Like seriously, how would you feel if someone looked at you with these? Afterwards, I make his mouth, some dark circles in his eyes, some horns, and it's done. Isn't this a masterpiece? Well, personally, I am pretty proud of it. Here's how the first part of this level is looking like. Now, for the second section, I decided to make some different designs, so the level doesn't get too repetitive. The first thing I did were some spikes, and as you can see, I am already buffing the freak out of this part. You see these 2 spikes? Now they're 4. You see this jump pad that leads you to death? Now there are 2 jump pads that lead you to death. You see this brain cell in the head of this guy? Now there are 0 brain cells. After making some very cringe buffs, I decided to make a very simple block design. And for some reason, I decided to use a lot of 180 hue in this. I guess I was just feeling it, but yeah, as you can see here, it's not really that of a complicated design. I just made some pads, some black details with some glow, and it was basically finished. And I did this in less than 10 minutes. Not as if it mattered though. Then, I just made some more designs using some copy and pasted details, and afterwards, I started copy and pasting them all around the part as I always do. And at the same time, I was trying to buff every single jump in this level. I was literally trying to make every single path, every single trick, and every single timing as bad to play as I could. And as you might expect, I probably managed to achieve that. Then, I just made some very simple saws as you can see here, and afterwards, I made some ground spikes and some usual VIT-12 air decoration again. Just like that. Now, it is time to make the second Extreme Demon face in the background. And this time, I actually took inspiration from this Extreme Demon face right here. That probably is in the thumbnail of the video. Or maybe not, I'm not sure yet. The first thing I did was make another big circle. But this time, I made it gray, obviously. Then, after messing around for a little while, I made a beautiful mouth for him. I think he wants to give you a little kiss, by the way. After it, I made his beautiful eyes that really look inside your soul. And then, I started making his horns. And I swear to gosh, I made so many horns on this guy that I don't think it is even physically possible to have this many things on your head. And GG! The second Extreme Demon face is finished. And this is how the second part of this level is looking like. Now, it is time to make the third and the last part of this level. And since I was very lazy to come up with a new design, I just decided to copy and paste the designs from the first and the second part into the third one, making a kinda design mix here. And honestly, it ended up looking better than I thought. However, while I was copy and pasting the designs, I was not forgetting to buff the freak out of this level and making it so bad to play that you wouldn't wanna touch Jump or Dash in your life ever again if you played this. And yeah, since I just copy and pasted a lot, this section was the easiest one to finish. After making the designs, it was time to make the last Extreme Demon face in the background. Now this time, I was taking inspiration from this Extreme Demon face right here. Exactly, the only and one, the Grandpa Demon. What am I even doing at this point, bro? So I started making it. I made a blue circle for his head. And then, I started making this thing, that I'm not sure if this is a tooth or if it is a horn, but I'm not making questions about it either. After making quite a lot of teeth on him, I made his eyes and I decided to make them a pinkish color because I thought it would fit to the blue in general. And it actually did. After making some extra details on his horn teeth, making some horns and also finishing his mouth, I made some different looking horns to make it look less repetitive, and for the last, I made this cross detail on his forehead. Overall, I think this is looking really cool. It's probably my favorite Extreme Demon face so far. After polishing this entire level, and also making a GG at the ending, I was done with this. I just turned this easy level into an ultra extreme demon, and I should definitely go touch some grass. But anyways, this is the final result.